Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. Today we're casting the Nomads 2v2 tournament final. Let's saw it down here. So yeah, there's a Nomads tourney 2 versus 2. This is the final of it. Before we get into it, all other ACs start building sooner. That's true. one of the things noticed during the tourney. Poor Nomads are a bit slow getting down to the surface. But yeah, we got some casters. I saw, well, if you go to my YouTube page, you'll see some of the recent subscriptions. So Nartek is casting again after a hiatus. Willow's Duality is casting FAF games as well. He seems to be doing some 1v1, some team games. And also Thomas Hyatt made a video. So, anything else? Well, let's talk about Nomads, I guess. Oh, yes, actually, I did a stream on Twitch the other day. So, go over to Twitch, follow me there, because I'm probably going to stream on Twitch. Maybe not all the time, but I'm going to see what it's like over there. So, if you want to catch some streams, go and follow me on Twitch. I'll put a link below. And yes, here we can see the Nomads factory finishing after the UEF factory. Same up here. It's a bit sad. So yes, let's watch this game. Nomads. What the hell is Nomads? It's a 5th faction. Created, I mean, initially it was created quite a while ago to begin with, I believe. I don't know how many years ago, but who is behind it? Brute 51 maybe was one of the main modders. I don't know the whole history of Nomads, unfortunately, for this video, but right now Exotic Retard is pretty much in charge of it, it seems, and they're, you know, making new units, updating old units, adjusting the balance, making a campaign. So go head over to the Nomads Discord if you want to help them out. They're always looking for new interested parties to get involved. This player right here, Suona, Daphnuin. I'm gonna call him Apophanas because that's a much simpler name and a name he's usually gone by. Here you can see the Nomads ACU. Apophanas, he is in charge of the balance in Nomads. So you can complain to him about all the OP stuff or the UP stuff. And there's a bit of both in Nomads right now, I would say. The ACU is kind of cool, honestly. Got a lot of wear and tear on there. Alright, so the map. You might have seen this map before. There's quite a popular video on my channel featuring this map, which has a sad conclusion. It's Funeral Plains, made by Tokito, the old player counselor, and Beetle Abuser. And here's the the telltale sign. The E for Empire. So we got a couple land factories, 3 land factories already for Nexus. This thing, kind of, I gotta say I'm not a fan. It's not a problem on this side because, you know, it's not in the way, but this side, it's kind of annoying, I gotta say. I'm not sure if it serves any purpose for a weapon or something, but I don't know. That's one thing I'm not a fan of at the moment in Nomads. This thing, if you're on the bottom of the map, it's quite in the way. Alright, we got a couple of labs, we got a tank, the Eclipse takes out the engineer, the labs are dodging. The Eclipse, well, it kills labs in 2 shots, so that's actually a powerful weapon it has there. The Eclipse seems a bit like, you know, a Tham or a Striker, I would say. Actually, let's check the speed on these guys. So, Nomads have quite a lot of interesting units in the T1 stage. PinkFluffyNoob says, oh, I thought he was making an air factory, but no. Says, the fuck am I doing? I'm not sure. He's making full land. Oh no, he has an air factory here. Never mind. Kind of like the sound effects. I mean, they're very long. You know what I mean? Takes a couple seconds. He doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. He's gotten both the back mexes. You can see they're split over here. Between these 2 guys, I didn't even introduce the players. We got PinkFluffyNoob. He's taking the Nomads. The rule in the tournament is that 1 player on each team has to have Nomads. At least 1. So that's how we have it. Apo, Puffinas has Nomads, unsurprisingly, being the Nomads balance counselor. Her balance man. Paralon takes Cybern. UEF for Nexus. So let's sort by score here. Nexus way out ahead. A lot more mass. 3k more mass total. 2k more reclaim at least than everyone else. Nexus top, at least top 3 player on FAF, I would say. Definitely top 3 player on FAF. So gonna be tough for the other team because PinkFluffyNoob is also a very capable player at the best of times. So what will we see in this game? Okay, we got a transport going to the right. Okay, yeah, there's one thing I remembered, or one thing I spotted was I was looking up, you can actually see the Nomads unit stats on Spooky's database. If you enable Spooky's DB in the client, you can actually see all the Nomads units in the database, which is very cool. And I was using this, and maybe some of the very perceptive people will notice that transport is very fast. Oh my god. I think PinkFluffyNoob is overflowing mass. At least Nexus can make use of it, but yeah, he's overflowing mass a bit there. So yeah, this transport is very fast. It also is very cheap. So I think that's one of the balance changes that might be made. A cheaper and faster T1 transport is a bit much, but not so relevant on this map, it's gotta be said. So we got a land factory going up. We have... Hang on. Alright, Nexus looks to be winning a battle over here. I saw as he was building the factory, it had 27 per second regen. Is that just a bug? Or is there something I don't know about? Like here we have PGen plus 5 per second. See this? When I hover over it? Am I just missing something? Like I'm confused. Because if... I really wish I knew more about this mod, because if that's the case, then every building is cheaper than normal? Wait, let me see. Yeah, I mean it costs the same as in normal balance, but it has 5 per second regen while it's not finished. So would that make every building that they make cheaper? No? Well, maybe somebody in the comments can answer. And I assume if they stop building it with engineers, it will build itself, seeing as they have regen while unconstructed. Well, anyway, Apo making a lot of quite a decent amount of T1 land. These eclipses have, well, yeah, they seem quite similar to Tham's. The projectiles are pretty slow. That's a bit of a waste of units there. Nexus cleans all that up, and he's gonna reclaim all that pretty soon as well. He's making T2 on the commander. Not a surprising choice on this map. Oh, there's a ramp there? There's a ramp there. That's pretty hard to spot, I gotta say. But it is there. There's a T1 drop. All he's gonna kill is a T1 mechs though. I mean, if there's a T2 mechs and some artillery were dropped, there might be something good there, but T1 mechs, not so great. PinkFluffyNoob really lacking in units. If we refer to his earlier comments, he's not too pleased with his play. Nexus finishing T2. Pinky make it PD. He's upgrading a lot of mexes, gotta respect that. A lot of T2 mexes. Nexus thinking about a T3 mex. It's now paused though. Probably wants to, he's probably gonna restart it after the T2 PGen goes up. Still no drop on the top side. Pinky now asking for E directly after he starts an upgrade. That's a classic move. Start an upgrade, pause it, ask for energy. Ooh, nice raid here. T2 mechs is under attack by some eclipses. Ooh, the brute just one-shotting them. Interesting. Now we also have this unit here, the marksman. Now this unit fires very slowly. It's like once every 10 seconds maybe. I'm not sure exactly. So this is a T1 unit with a lot of range for a T1 unit. You can see it has the same range as this pretty decent range T2 unit. And yeah, the marksman shoots slowly, shoots powerfully, can one-shot any T1 unit as far as I know. This strange symbol here is a mixture of artillery and anti-air. It's also very expensive. and you can see it fires these rockets, and I think the rockets can target anti-air. I think that's how it works, as well as just target units and buildings. Bit strange to have a mix of units like that, but there you go. That's how it works. Seems like they generally have rockets instead of missiles, the Nomads. I think their MML fires rockets as well. T2 for PinkFluffyNoob. Nexus gets a radar up, and we're chilling. Nexus got that T3 mechs. Gonna make a second one. He's also going T3 land. Can he make a second T3 mechs and T3 land at the same time? No. Simply. Well, maybe if he pauses, like... Well, no, all his T2 is paused here. Seems like he's not making anything except those two things, and he can't really afford to do it anyway. So he probably paused the T3. Ah, no. What was I thinking? Thinking he would pause the economy upgrade to make T3 land. That was foolish. Of course he pauses all production of units and tech to make a T3 mechs. Meanwhile, no T3 mexes for the top team. So Nexus really... Oh my god, look at that, 55k. He's nearly 15k mass out of everyone. Just Nexus crushing. Not only that, but has at least as much map control as Ape1 does on the other side. Here's that MML. Let's take a look at the MML. Sleek, refined. Looks like Elon Musk's freaking whatever that thing is called. I can't remember. There is also, let's see, what other T1 units do we have? Well, we have Landscape, we have the lab we saw at the start. We have these brutes. They're actually, let's see, how much do these things cost? 290, so they're similar to a Rhino in cost. Quite low HP, only 1750 HP is pretty low. The range, however, is 24. Pretty good range, not superb range, but also, yeah, 300 damage every 3 seconds according to that. So one-shotting T1 units with decent range. Not sure how well it does versus other T2. Now the most interesting T2 unit we have is this guy right here, the EMP tank, the Dominator. Costs as much as an Ilshi or an Obsidian, but it really, well, what it does is it stuns, of course, being an EMP tank. And it has a lot of range actually as well. You can see it has 40 range, which is more than actually any T3 tank. It's more than a Percy or a Brick, but of course less than, you know, snipers or artillery. But yeah, that is a very important tank in the arsenal of the Nomads. Seems to be very important at the T3 stage, even more so than the T2 stage, I would say. I think we will get to see it in this game because T3 land is coming. Now this doesn't look good for PinkFluffyNoob. Kind of outnumbered here, outgunned. The T1 land getting in range of this brute with its Pretty low HP is not a good thing. We got the mobile missile launchers. Raffle, says Pink. Here come the Titans to the right. Nexus just chilling on the left. Making T3 Mexes everywhere. Making Titans for his teammate. Making T1 engineers out of a T2 factory. And Apophanas getting the reclaim as well as the Mexes on the side here. Oh, we got some... There's somehow a factory here. Nobody really taking the left side. There's still loads of reclaim here. Well, loads, I'd say. I mean, pretty much all the reclaim that's there at the beginning is still there. All the civ buildings are still here. The T2PD. So nobody's doing anything. T2PD coming up from Paralon. This brick is just standing in range of 2 T2PDs. This is very saddening. Nearly lost a whole brick there to T2PDs. The Titans holding back a sea of yellow with relative ease. Oh, there goes T2PD under attack from MMLs already. That's not going up. MML's doing a lot of damage there actually. See, that had like 400 something HP on it and disappeared to 1 missile. Oh, the stun on the Titan there just locked it in place. Let's see the stuns. There, you see that green shot is the stun. Oof, nearly got the Titan there. Now its shield pops back on. And it seems as though the stun will only occur when the shield is down. Titan's still doing great work. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seemed like the stun bot also damaged the shield heavily. Could be wrong on that. Could be wrong. Maybe it just does damage. Let's see. Oh, that's T3. Give me T2. Yes, it deals additional damage to shields as well. Interesting. Interesting. It's a stun and an anti-shield unit. Of course, why did I think a Nomads unit will only do one cool thing? Of course it does 2 cool things. Well, that seems like a pretty important unit. I mean, versus the Titans we could see it was pretty good. Here it is stunning. Oh. Just got popped by a... Oh, you gotta protect these things. Oh, there they go. That is a big waste. Those are expensive units. Also, pushing into this many T3 units with T1 and T2. Not a good plan. We have our first T3 unit out. Also, just note that Ape was only fighting Nexus units. At this moment. There's only Nexus units here for the past couple of minutes. Meanwhile, PinkFluffyNoob is just sending engineers to reclaim the spoils of war. And do a little bit over here on the right. Getting his T2 Mexes back. And he's made some hover tanks. Not sure why he's making hover tanks. At the T3 stage we have the armored assault tank. We have the hover tank. Now I believe the hover tank is going away. There's not going to be hover. It's probably going to be amphibious. At least I think so. We also have mobile anti-air missile launcher, mobile heavy artillery, of course. But yeah, the price points are kind of strange. 1060 mass for the main T3 tank. Its range is only 30. Oh no, yeah, wait. Where is that tank? Well, Apo has one. Its range is only 30, so it's a bit like an Otham. It's a bit like... It's sort of Otham, Obsidian. The thing is, it has a big burst. Has a like 1600 damage shot. So it's very high alpha damage. Here comes Nexus with a T3. Oh, save it. Saved it. I think with some better micro, Nexus could have saved that that gunship. He only ends up getting one T2 max kill. He does also win air, but leaves reclaim. Gotta manually reclaim this thing right here. Speaking of Nexus, 145k total mass, 110 more or less for the other three players. There's a slight difference in, you know, quality here, we'll say. Nexus approaching full T3 max. Oh, he's forgotten about these two, I guess. Now he remembers. But, yeah, you can see he's even upgrading this one to T3 now. He's got a lot of map control on the left side, and seems like only now is Paralon reacting and heading to the right side with any support, and that support is really only T1 and T2 units. It feels like Nexus can push it pretty far. Also has T3 units supporting him finally from his teammate. You can see the stuns coming in. They are pretty good stuns. They're at least holding him back somewhat. Poffinas, he's got quite a few T3 mixes. Paralon should probably have... Yeah, he has quite a few. Not as many as he probably should, honestly, considering... he has very few units. 3 bricks. That's all. Oof. These T3 tanks seem to be missing quite a bit. I gotta say, they have quite a slow projectile, and with such high damage, every miss is quite brutal. So, not sure how good this unit is, to be honest. I think I would rather have Percys and Titans if I had to choose, but we haven't seen much of these things just yet. Actually, wait, let's see. 53, 33. That's how long they take to build. So they build a bit slower than Percy's, as in they're cheaper, but they take just as long to make. So that maybe is something that could be adjusted to be more in their favor. Probably the slow projectile is a big problem, I would say. Here comes a brick. It's gonna die very, very quickly. Ow. Yeah, that's quite bad. Look at this army. And these T3 units seem to be just chilling, not doing a whole lot. But this, like, Nexus could win alone. I mean, he really could win alone. If PinkFluffyNoob just died, his whole base died, I feel like Nexus would still win. At this point, just looking at the gameplay. Okay, I'm just disabling notification there. So, yes, Nexus had T3 air for a while now. Paralon now also has T3 air. I wonder, do we have RAS? Yeah, Nexus has RAS now as well, creating more build power. More T3 units coming up, a lot of Percys, T3 engineers, and a fat boy. It's on the way, T3 Pigeon for PinkFluffyNoob. I'd like to see the T3 mobile artillery. Okay, here's the T3 mobile anti-air. Watchman. Oh, here it is. Alright, let's see what this is like. It looks literally like a... It looks quite like some kind of modern military tank. That's a miss. Oh, well, it hit the shield. Excuse me. Bit of a wasted Percy there. Apophanas with the T4 already. He's got a beamer. Where is the weapon on this thing? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure where the weapon is. Maybe it's like that circle right in the middle. So this is the beamer. Costs pretty much as much as a... what you call GC, I think. Pretty much the same as a GC. And it has a laser that is more powerful than a spider bot. More powerful than a monkey lord. That is pretty powerful for a laser. It's like over 4,000 DPS. Watch this. Just gonna start deleting things. Oh, there's the laser. Alright. So it sort of fires through there. And then at the top, it seems. Uh-oh. Can't quite reach some of its targets at this point. But when it does... that doesn't look exactly like... Well, maybe it is correct. Maybe it is the correct DPS. What did we see in... Push mid, but don't commit too hard. Yeah, it seemed like that's pretty much what he did. Lost a few units to the beamer, but not many. They seem to have gotten... Well, yeah, there's no reclaim left in this location. A lot of T1 factories, that doesn't seem too useful. So, full retreat from these guys. One thing about the beamer, it has a very high damage. It only has 55,000 HP. Now, you consider it costs as much as a GC. GC has 99,000. Here's a second XP. This is the crawler, and this can build a nuke, I believe. But it mainly it fires a barrage of missiles. And you can see it's a pretty substantial range. Easily a lot more than a fatty. As you can see here, this is the fatty range. Fatty now is out. Another thing about the beamer, it only has 2 speed as opposed to the 2.5 of many other direct fire XPs like Itolta, GC, Spiderbot, and it's not getting away from this fatty. The fatty is keeping it in range, and the beamer, I mean, what does it do? It's just kind of doomed when a fatty is in range. 20k HP now. Ooh. Not sure what's landing here. Okay, the beamer, will it escape? It's assisting something for some reason. Accidental assist order there. Nexus turns away at maybe the wrong moment. He could have finished that thing. Oh, he lets it get away actually. But you can see the beamer just lost all of its HP basically for free there. Oh, the missiles are landing on the Perseus. And some hit the Fatboy shield, I believe. So let's see how the crawler does. So far, it's, in terms of kills, very limited. Nexus also seems to be pushing on the left side. Here come the missiles. Well, there goes a Percy or two. No, just one Percy. Also hitting the shields. Fatboy down to about 5k on its shields. But the fatty's getting closer, and if it gets into range of the crawler, you can see it only has 20,000 HP. Being such a long range weapon, of course it's gonna have low HP. Fatty taking more shots. Shield drops. Begins to recharge. But it continues to move closer. Percy's on this side, pushing in. They are in range of, well, there's bricks around. Ooh, that was pretty good there. There goes a brick. T3 factory. Fatty dodging rockets. Has taken some damage. Shield about a quarter of the way replenished. Looks like these Perseus may turn into mass for Paralon. Paralon also seems to have saved a lot of his T3 mobile artillery, which is quite important for him. It's going to be very useful. So this fatty is on retreat now without a shield. He's going to have to go quite a distance to actually get away from here. Oh my god, the crawler trying to kill a T1 mech here. Somehow Pink has that mechs. Paralon is making RAS SCUs, which is quite insane. There you go. T2 artillery going up very far back in the base. I mean, maybe, you know, up here would be much better. Try and keep the Fatboy at bay. Crawler. It's another kill. Not sure what he killed there. Some kind of T3 unit. Fatboy dodges all the rockets up. And yeah, Paralon begins to push back on the left side. There goes T3 mechs. T3 mechs here as well. That's going to go down, surely. As long as Paralon is aware it's there, he should be. Well, very... not the best scouting here. Maybe he thinks it's only T2, because who in their right mind would upgrade T3 mechs there? But this is Nexus. And he will do that. Very few ASF for Paralon. Instead, he's making SAMs all across the map. Pretty deep in the base. So not going to protect very much against strategic bombers coming in. Multiple of them. So, what next? Looks like we have an experimental from PinkFluffyNoob. He's made a beamer and is sending it to the top side. This beamer, oh, that's a crawler. That's a crawler. This beamer is still here. Surely that should be reclaimed and put into this project right here, the Desolator. This is the T3 artillery of the Nomads. And this building I have seen, it's quite an interesting setup, so we'll get to see that shortly. Scad Please says Nexus, as he's making a T3 artillery as well, a Duke on the way. And he's got his hives, not his hives, his kennels, making some teleport defense. Actually, yeah, let's see what sort of... Well, Fatty's pushing on the left. Is there some kind of tele-snipe option for the old... Well, they have a lot of upgrades here. They have a speed upgrade. They don't have teleport. Oh, well, yeah, of course. I mean, I guess they don't teleport onto the surface of the planet either, so maybe that's why they don't have tele on the ACU. I guess that makes them the only ACU without tele. Fatty gonna clear all this up. And actually, Paralon hasn't gotten all the reclaim here either from the dead Perseus he cleaned up, so... Or this T3 mechs. So, this looks really good for Nexus. We have a crawler on the right for PinkFluffyNoob. I think we can see how good the Fatty is compared to some of these other units. Fatty's getting a lot done. Titans running in, running over these T1 PDs, a lot of Perseus. Nexus says care, not sure why. Oh, for this thing, the beamer. Pretty sure this thing can shoot backwards as well, which is pretty good. Pretty good, unlike, you know, comparable. Oh, this crawler took so much damage from the enemy crawler. Crawler fight. Yeah, one's stationary, one's moving, so I think I know who should win this. Oh. One missile hits. Oh, this guy's dead, surely. Yep. Yeah, the crawler is very bad against things that are moving, evidently. But it does a lot of damage to static targets. Actually, I'm not sure how much it costs. Is the next thing. He has a second one, right? 20k. It's not cheap. It is not cheap. More missiles. Oh, some good hits. Many good hits there. Feels like the kind of thing you need to ground fire. Some strange battle up here on the cliffs. These Titans have so much damage. Wait, before he dies. Almost 4,000 mass. 3,000 on another guy. Huge amounts of damage. The Desolator is up. And here's the weird thing about it. This is the gun platform. Or rather, yeah, this is the actual weapon up here. Whoa, it just turned super fast there. What the hell? And you see it fires a volley of 5 shots, and they absolutely ping across the map at an insane speed. Way faster than the T3 artillery. You can see here's Nexus artillery traveling across the map. And in the time that this shell moves, the Nomads artillery has fired like at least 2 volleys. And maybe it will fire a third. There you can see the Duke just landing a shot. And the Duke seems to be aiming at the SMD or perhaps the Quantum Gateway. The Desolator is aiming straight at the Duke. And there you see the... Wait, was that 6 shots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it's a volley of 6 shots actually. And they're breaking through these shields. These 2 shields at the front now are down. He's relying on this T3 shield here. This T3 shield is also down, in fact. So he's relying on these 3 now, as he waits for the others to come back online. Oh, Apophis has changed targets. He's changed targets to the nuke launcher, it seems. SMD under fire. The shield is down now. Nexus is pushing in with the beamer. The beamer is surely not going to survive. The beamer's targeting Mantis for some reason. Now targeting a RAS SCU. In direct range of multiple bricks for a long period of time. It's going to go down. The missile seems to lack the range that it needs. This SMD is still alive as the shields pop back online. Fatty is pushing in though, and the Fatty could make the difference. This damaged beamer is the only experimental left here. Well, other than the 2 crawlers. A lot of T3 tanks moving in. A lot of artillery though may kill the Fatty, honestly. That's a lot of artillery. The beamer dies. Or wait, no, the beamer is still alive, the low HP one. Oh man, the artillery is getting through the shields. The nuke launcher has actually taken a shot, and now he's launching. He's launching with... He hasn't killed the SMD yet. He says he has to launch because, well, he doesn't believe that this nuke will survive necessarily. He's pretty scared for it. The Fatty is dead and the SMD is still alive. And so the nuke gets shot out of the sky. Another Fatty on this side has to keep moving so as not to get crawled on. Percy's trying to do what they can, but they're standing in range of a lot of T1PDs now. They are not getting through all these shields. That is so many T3 gunships, and these are the Nomads ones as well. Some kind of honeycomb pattern there. Where are strats? Misclicked have gunships. Oh, love it. So Apophis maybe shouldn't have been switching targets so much, because he was making some progress on the Duke, switched to the nuke, made some progress there, but now doesn't look like he's having any better progress. Second T3 artillery though is under construction, and they have so much reclaim on the left side now, and they really didn't take all that much damage for it. They've lost all the map control, but they have 1, 2, 3 experimentals next to their base. These T3 tanks are gonna do a lot of work though. T2 artillery gonna go down. That's expensive, and is what's really holding a lot of the fatties at bay. Oh, this fat boy is playing with fire. Really needs to wait for his shield to come back up. But yeah, killing these T2 artillery is going to be quite nice for the bottom team. But again, it looks like he's going to leave a lot more mass again in front of the base while he does it. This crawler has 27k mass killed, 2 veterancy levels. Pretty good. Where is the Desolator firing now? Probably still the nuke, I guess, which is loading quite quickly. strats now for PinkFluffyNoob. Still has a rake of gunships. Incredible number of gunships there. He's making his own Desolator as well. And lacks some power, that's for sure. Probably... Oh, this is bad actually. He has 5 of the T3 shields at the front defending the nuke. So he really needs to not stall mass. Power, sorry. Not stall power. He's adding a P-gen now. He has a lot of T3 artillery. Not sure if that's really a good option. Although, having said that... Oh! That's another thing. Their T3 artillery can shoot while moving. Just like the Aeon one. Oh, the Desolator goes after the Fat Boy and is destroying it. Oh my god, look at the accuracy here. This Desolator... Okay, they've changed targets. That's another thing. The Desolator can change target very, very quickly. They're both targeting 2 different things. That's really bad. Another thing, yeah, like most T3 artillery, the turret takes quite a while to move to a different target. Like you can see now how slow that turret moved. One of those, I think this Desolator was firing at the Fatty, and then suddenly he's firing at the T3 artillery. Now they're both firing at the Duke of Nexus. And how do you stop 2 of these artillery? I mean, they give virtually no time for the shields to recharge. Oh my god, that's it. All the shields are gone. And Nexus Commander is even under attack now. Oh my god. Yeah, we lost RD says, yeah, he has no shield generators anymore. Like, it's not even that he's waiting for some to pop up. He has none in range anymore. They're all dead. And there goes the T3 artillery. Nexus says, go snipe now, SMD. Here come the strats. Here come the insane number of gunships. And the Fatty pushing 50k mass killed on that thing. The nuke is obviously the next target. It has a missile loaded. He has to make sure... Oh, there's so many TMLs. There's so many TMLs. Are they going to get through though? No, the TMLs don't get through, but they break down so many shields. Here come the T3 gunships, popped out of the sky immediately. But there's way more of them coming, and the strats should be coming in as well now. Strats from Nexus as well. There's no way that the SMD survives. There it goes. Fire the nuke. Fire the nuke. Why is the nuke not firing? Oof. Oh my god. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Nexus did not need to wait until the SMD is dead to fire that. And strats are just raining fire. Oh, Paralon's ACU goes down as well. He gets sniped by the strats and the gunships. And the nuke is gonna land in between both artillery pieces. Not sure where the Desolators are even firing at now. Oh, this one survived. Oh, the TMLs, I think, finished it off. The artillery is too far back, I would say. Yep. And Epiphanius control Ks. Whoa, very well. Oh, very spicy ending there. What is that? Why is that dead? Yes. This Desolator killed nothing apparently. But yeah, interesting game. Nexus and PinkFluffyNoob win the Nomads tournament versus Epiphanius and Paralon. pretty fun tournament. Nomads are kind of wacky. A lot of weird stuff, interesting stuff. And as I said, ongoing work there. So yeah, go check out the Discord. Check out the people I've subscribed to, the new casters, and check me out on Twitch as well. Go follow me there, and I'll see you all soon for another cast. Bye guys.